your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The Christmas season is upon us, and despite facing so many challenges, the Royal Bahamas Police Force Northern District bringing glad tidings to one and all at this year's Christmas tree lighting ceremony. The festive event is held every year to spread a little Christmas cheer, and our Ramiko Knowles has more in this report.
Well, this is the month of December, and that means it's time for Christmas. The Royal Bahamas Police Force Northern District putting smiles on the faces of scores of youngsters throughout Grand Bahama at this year's Christmas tree lighting. 'Tis the season to be jolly, and as many persons are still recovering from Hurricane Dorian, members of the Royal Bahamas Police Force are making certain that the deadly storm does not take away the Christmas spirit. Renditions of Christmas Carol fill the air as youngsters from various schools on the island took part in the ceremony with the nation's 11th Governor General, the Honorable Cornelius A. Smith, as the guest of honor. Speaking on the theme, A Ray of Hope, youth pastor of Calvary Temple Assemblies, Bruce Russell, telling those in attendance that Jesus is really our only hope.
Jesus came to earth to bring us hope. God saw that the world was a mess. God saw that Grand Bahama was in chaos. We were separated from God because of our sins. Because of Jesus' death and resurrection, we can be right with God. The more people who turn their eyes and hearts to Jesus, the better the world would be.
Assistant Commissioner of Police Samuel Butler noting that the annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony is one of the many ways they give back to children in the community.
We just really wanted to start the Christmas season to bring that kind of joy, particularly here in Grand Bahama, having just experienced a very devastating hurricane. And we went under the theme, A Ray of Hope, because we want to keep hope alive. And we know that once we have hope alive, the rest will actually follow itself. And we wanted to actually continue to reintroduce the whole reason is for the season of Christmas.
The lighting of the tree took place at the close of the ceremony, and every child in attendance waited patiently for the arrival of Santa Claus. But he did not come riding on a sleigh. However, he did have lots of toys and goodies. And just in case you were wondering what your little one may want this Christmas. Okay, so what about you?
I want a Christmas dog. An iPhone. A phone and some clothes and like a makeup thing. Range Rover toy.
What else?
And a Barbie dream house and my 2 front seats.
Now, some lists are more extravagant than others.
I want to live in New York and to have an iPhone 11 and AirPods. That's it.
And who do you want to get it for you?
My mother. Pay plenty money for it.
That's the Christmas spirit. Ramiko Knowles, ZNS Network News.
Sabrina, you better get on it then. Well, finally in news this evening, the Bahamas Brass Band had an opportunity of a lifetime last week. The group of musicians were invited to participate in the Houston Thanksgiving Parade. Tonight, we bring you the sights and sounds of the band as members prepared for this year's parade.
Before we start every band practice, we want to invoke the presence of the Lord. This is a Christian band. We play music with spirit, so we can do nothing without God. And so in our devotions, all of our devotions this morning, we encourage the brothers to put God first. And we talk about love this morning. You know, love covers a multitude of sin. We have the awesome privilege to be here in Houston, to be able to perform at various different places. And we want to ensure that when we perform, that we're not just entertainment. We want to make sure that places are being ministered to, and most of all, that God is being glorified. So this morning, devotion went to a whole nother level. We were inspired to pray for our director. You know that there's a lot he has on his plate. God moved upon us to ask our most senior person within the Bahamas Brass Band, Dr. Professor Vanderson Ferguson, laid hands on Brother Barry along with myself and one of the other brothers to anoint him for this time. We know that he's been called and chosen for this season for the kingdom, to help build the kingdom through music.
The practice from this evening was in preparation of the Thanksgiving parade that's on the Thursday. We are part of the HEB Thanksgiving Parade, Houston, Texas. And so that was to get our guys familiar with how we want them to march and how we want to present themselves on the parade with different various functions, like how you hold your instrument to how you go into the break of the song. The practice was successful. We got some things that we wanted to do. We got them done. A little more tweaks we want to get out, so hopefully before Thursday we will be able to address all of the various issues. We're the first Christian institution to play Christian music on this HEB parade, so this is historic for us. This is something that we really, we're excited about, we're hyped about, we're going in this with enthusiasm, and we want to give the people a good feel of what the Bahama Brass Band is like.
My job as the drum major to make sure the band keeps order on the road, make sure the band perform to the best, and make sure that they stop and start the song at all times in the right manner and fashion. This is the first time in history that the band is doing marching outside in this type of form and fashion. Under the great leadership of Barry B. Morris, we got to have the desire to march and live up to our name, the Bahama Brass Band, with music, with spirit. God is blessing this band tremendously, and our endeavor is to spread the gospel all over the world.
They have surely made us so proud. Ramiko, what is coming up in sports?
Well, one of the greatest basketball games that I've ever seen took place this past Saturday at the St. George's Gymnasium, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay, stay with us more when we come back.